is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey there folks, welcome you all to part 48 of Diablo 4 on the Xbox Series X. We're not anywhere near where we were at the end of the last part, people, but I haven't done anything off camera other than investigate. Well, I have actually, but not with this character. So you'll have to forgive me if I'm a bit slack and loose with my gameplay on this one, because for the last week I've actually been recording, well not recording, I've been off camera playing as a sorceress on this game, so my fingers might be a little bit all over the place. I'd recorded a fair bit in advance for the last number of episodes, so this is me just getting back to it now after about a week of playing Sorceress off cam. However, I did, with this Sorceress, I've kind of been sort of homing in on some of the perks and stuff you can pick up in the dungeons, getting used to dungeons a bit more, and also just getting a general feel for what the things that are a positive inclusion to your arsenal kind of thing. So with that in mind, I got scanned around for things that I might want, and this, I really want to get this, which is a rogue only skill from this dungeon, so that's why I've teleported here. That's where we are on the map, and it is caltrops also throw a cluster of exploding stun grenades that deal 233 total physical damage and stun enemies for 0.50 seconds, which is going to be absolutely awesome because we use caltrops all the time, people. So we're going to go in here and we're going to get those. One that's cracked straight in, people. Inventory's clear. Well, pretty much, apart from one thing. We're not going to pick up any side quests. We're going to crack straight in. So one thing I will note, and it has happened to us on camera, is getting kicked out of the game. It seems to be a very regular thing, and it's happened to me with my Sorceress. It's kicked me out of several dungeons now, about 3 I think. I've been at the end of well, it's kicked me out of about 4 or 5 dungeons in total, but 3 of them was when I was in the boss fight right at the end of a dungeon, and it is just the most infuriating thing. I don't know why I just did that. So we'll just have to deal with. There's nothing I can do about it. You Google it, and they're basically just ignoring it, saying it's our fault. It's clearly something wrong with your router. It's nothing wrong with my router. This is the only game that ever has an issue with my router. So for whatever reason, it happened with D3 as well. Diablo 3, when you tried to play multiplayer, had all sorts of problems with people trying to connect online. But it didn't matter so much with that because you could play the game offline. So even if you couldn't connect with someone to play with, it didn't really matter.
Out of energy.
Forgetting what my moves are. So yeah, so it's one of those things, like the minute it has a problem with connection for whatever reason, and there is no problem at my end, it just boots you out the game. So I don't know whether it is a game, well, I don't know whether it's a Microsoft online problem or whether it is a Diablo game problem, but given that there were similar issues with Diablo 3 with regards to them making their games work with online, I've got a fancy that it's just a Diablo problem, but they'd seem unwilling to investigate or fix it, so we are where we are, people. Interestingly though, I've been chatting to Craigie Boy off camera. He's been playing it on the PS5 for the same, and he's not had any issues. But as I said to him, I didn't have any issues either. For the first half of this playthrough, I recorded months and months back, and I never had the problem. It was only when I came back to play it that I seem to have been having the problem. So it's all a bit odd, really. So we'll have to see where we are, but it's so infuriating. It's not so bad if you're just in the open world grinding stuff out, but when you're at the, I mean, the dungeons can take 10 to 15 minutes to get through, and much as though they're great dungeons, they're not. I don't want to have to do them all over again because I get booted out, especially when, I mean, literally, I've been in fights where the bosses had like 3 or 4 hits left in them and I've got booted out. One of the bosses only had 1 hit left in them, or 2. Had to do the whole sodding thing again because all the enemies come back and everything. And it's because it's not like you can just go straight to the boss, is my point. The game just assumes it's never been done and it puts everything back. I've got to say though, I've now tried, well I've played, I'm up to about level 38 I think with my sorceress off cam. And when I got booted out last night playing as my sorceress, I was like, oh, I had a strop on, so I thought I'm not going to go back and do that dungeon with my sorceress. And I thought I'll build a barbarian and see what the barbarian's like. And, oh, it's a beast, the barbarian. But it's really interesting that each of the characters are, and I'm sure it was kind of similar to this in the D3 maybe to some degree, but each of the builds has its own little quirks to its build and to the sort of side parts that come with the build. Like in this one, for example, you've got specializations here, which by the way I didn't even notice until I played my sorceress. And the sorceress has got their own bit of that, the barbarian's got their own bit of the same thing. The sorceress has actually got a couple of extra sockets you get with the assignment of skills. So when you, as an example, here when you assign something, it's called enchantment slots, and they get 2 of them. One unlocks at 15, level 15, the other unlocks at level 30 I think. And you have side effects on, or enchantment effects on all of the, well, most of the moves in the skill tree, and you can have those assigned, and they're almost like a passive thing that will just trigger. And one of the things I put on was it was Blizzard every 15 seconds. So every 15 seconds my character is surrounded by Blizzard and it follows me around the map, unlike the Blizzard that comes as a activated skill which just sits still on the map. So I've got both. You can have them both, you can have it installed as an active and as the enchantment, and so on and so forth. There's lots of little quirks, lots of different little things that I think they've got little quests that are unique to them as well. So it's been quite interesting playing as the other 2 characters. Quite enjoyed it. I mean, I've only played the barbarian for like an hour, unlike the sorceress. I have to say though, out of all of them, this is the one that I get the most joy out of, the one I find the most fun. It's always the rogues that I seem to find the most fun. I'm starting to realise that maybe after not using this character for the best part of a week, it might not have been clever to come in and do a dungeon first off. But anyway, see how we got on, people, eh? But after this dungeon, there is a couple of other dungeons with moves in I wouldn't have minded, but I think after this dungeon we will get back to just cracking through the story and get the campaign done. We'll deliberately not pick up side quests at this point. That is a lot of kit I'm picking up. Yeah, the other thing I noticed was that, mind you, look at my dexterity. The other thing I noticed, my sorceress is really well balanced in its strength and intelligence and stuff. Because I've kind of realised that these don't work quite the way they do in other RPGs, whereas you get great benefit, irrelevant of what the character is, from all of these, but they all mean something different to each character. For example, intelligence for the sorceress actually increases your damage on your skills, whereas on this one it's increasing critical strike chance and resistance to all elements. So you just have to figure out what the balance is. Dexterity on the sorceress is all about dodging and stuff. Is it? I think it is, yeah. As is this a little bit. But this is also my skill damage in dexterity. So we're very, very heavily dexteritied, and I've done that on purpose because I thought that's the way it worked. But in general terms, I'm probably doing myself a disservice in other areas, like strength is my armour, and is for the mage as well. Increases resource generation as well by 4.4%. So I mean, if we stuck another 100 in that, that's going to have a massive impact on us being able to move our skills and everything. So there is a big shout that says that maybe put a bit more into some of the others. At the moment we're getting a massive boon to our damage though, which is great. But it is what it is, people. It's what you think you can live with, I suppose. Oh, torn parchment.
Hid among the corpses, the rotten ones that even the tyrant and his monsters deemed unworthy of eating. The herbs.
Ow. It's actually a room I'm not allowed out of. Didn't even realise.
Mercifully, I can't remember much. Almost the bumping noise. The candle pulled apart through the streets. Then the trickle of water. When they dumped us into the old canals.
Well, that went rather well.
It reeks of death down here. But it seems safe. A paradise compared to the streets.
I went with the wand in the mage, sorcerer's build instead of the staff. There might be. It's a bit like going bow or crossbow. It's just one's faster than the other. Seriously, dude. Totally the wrong button, Stephen. Now, which way to go? Yeah, I feel like that's going to be the right way. Maybe. Ow.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Dude, seriously, what is your problem?
I'm low on energy.
Christ almighty. He was a bit relentless. Well... The healing pot is usually where the big fight is.
I'm not ready yet.
Dungeon complete, there we go. No big boss fight at the end of this one then. Trickster aspect unlocked. That was a nice short one. It was at the top of the map to be fair, or thereabouts, so... Or was it, now that I'm saying that?
I don't have enough energy.
So this was just the other way around to the same place, wasn't it? That's basically what's going on here. Why do I feel like that there was a chest back there that I didn't open? Ooh, legendary boots. Hello. 10% movement speed with strength and willpower on them. It's the maximum evade charge increase that I don't want to lose. Which is the same issue I've got with the... I thought that came from my skills on this character, but anyway, never mind. Dagger. Plus 30 life regeneration while not injured. That's quite a lot. Yeah, I suppose I'm not that bothered about losing the dexterity now that I've kind of figured that out, but it does mean that our percentage damage comes down. Strength and intelligence on those two, which now seem appealing. Rapid fire we don't use. Corpse Bane. Imbuement we don't use. More dexterity. Very good. I've got some boots to be looking at. I'm almost positive though that I forgot a chest round here because it all kicked off. Yeah, I did. Ah. It's a trap! hell is this thing? Crikey, this is all kicked off a bit, people. Go back and get the chest, he said. It'll be quick, he said.
Don't have enough energy.
Jesus Christ. That turned into something I did not expect. That was an event. More boots. Well, there's still a bit of undiscovered country up here. Rare focus, I know what they're for now, because you equip that with a wand in the other hand. Half the magic's on that and half the magic's on the other. Oh, damage. Evade grants 30% movement speed for 1 second. Plus two ranks to Shadow Step. Plus 1 to Caltrops. Hey, another event. Here we go.
Get ready!
The only way I could get
Any more time? Out of energy. I need more time. I'm low on energy. I need more time.
Nice.
It's not much, but I hope it helps.
Oh, there was 3 of them. I was going to say, I thought I saw 3 of them. I didn't save one, but they're all there. All there and accounted for, people. Murmuring Orbles. There's another thing as well. With the other playthroughs, I've realised that the Murmuring Orbles are probably the best way of getting your legendaries as it happens. Just do the roll dice with the curiosities, guys. Right, I think we are done, people. We can come out of here. And we can go straight to... We can teleport straight out of dungeons. I can't remember if I said this in any of the recent last parts, but something I just realised recently. You don't have to teleport to the beginning of the dungeon. You can either go out by clicking on the dungeon and coming out of the dungeon, leaving, or you can just go straight to the world map and teleport wherever you bloody like. There's often a fight outside of dungeon doors, so you just respawned when you go out. So, let's go to Cobestead, because we know everything's there. Strongholds is something also I spent a bit more time with on the Sorceress. I'm wondering actually if I've got any claims on... Have I got any points to spend? I think not. No. Collections, rewards. Yeah, there's a reward there, and that's probably come from the fact that I've done a bunch of discovery with my sorceress. Because these all unlock for every character, so it doesn't matter which character you do it with. These rewards here unlock for them all. It's a global thing. So we've got a skill point, people, which I assume is going to give us a paragon point in this particular case. Or has it not? Yes, it has. Oh, in fact, it has given us a proper skill point. Because there's something else that I've kind of had an answer to. Because when we level up now, we do not get a skill point. We only get paragon points. And that's the way that Diablo's always worked, apparently. So I'm told. However, when you get the points from that particular way of getting points, we're obviously getting them for in here, which is useful because there was something I hadn't quite finished. Yeah, it's there, I think. Critically striking an enemy grants 10% movement speed for 4 seconds. Yeah, goes up to 15%. So we'll take that, I think. Nice. All right. Well, we know by doing those challenges we can get some more points to fill into here. So, what I wanted to do now is a blacksmith. Didn't even look at that other stuff we picked up. Willpower thorns. While injured, your potions also grant 20% movement speed. It's quite a lot of armor we're turning down, but we've got extra armor in our rings, as far as I can tell. Also, another thing that I've probably ignored too much is resistances, which are a big thing in this game as well. So I think my resistances are probably going to be a bit cringeworthy. Got 10% movement speed. We've got 10% movement speed on the boots we've got already. And that's probably what's going to stop me putting those on, because yeah, not going to use those, are we? Just get rid of them all, I think. Strength and willpower. I might stick those in the chest. Oh, mind you, my other characters can't use them. My other two characters are seasonal, so you can only see shared items in if the characters are in the same block. So you've got to be both seasonal, for example, to share your stuff. Because this character's now out of season, I can't share the stuff with the other two characters. So that being the case, we'll just dump those boots as well. Didn't seem to give me a legendary item, did it there? When I collapsed that legendary. So, I just want to put that move on that we've got from the dungeon. I would like to put a Codex of Power on this one. That's when you have a barrier active, which we never do because we don't use barriers. So let's take that and let's hit that. Ow. What? That's the one. Trickster aspect. Caltrops also throw a cluster of exploding stun grenades that deal 233 total physical damage and stun enemies for 0.050 seconds. Unlocked by completing Gulran canals and dry steps. Fucking hell. I knew it was going to do that. I can't do it because I haven't got two of those. I need 2 legendary weapons to collapse to get those Okay. But not to worry, we've got the move now. We know we can put it on. So the next couple of legendary weapons we get, what are we like? So here's another thing as well. I've been getting far more used to the menu off camera. And all these little places where you can see what all your stats are, what they're for. Actually, my resistances aren't as bad as I thought. We've got some decent fire and lightning and cold. And yeah, poison's the one that always hits me the hardest, and that's why. I've got the least poison resistance out of everything. There's all your offensive points. Oh yeah, my obols. How many obols did I have? Which are again there. We've got 153 obols. See if we can get you never know, we might get a legendary
Take a chance, wanderer.
dagger or something. What's the cheat? Oh, 50. That's interesting. Is it 50? I'm sure my... No, it's 40 for the armour. That's what it is. Yeah. So we can get 3 shots at this. Wow. Well, we're locked out on the first one.
Oh, bad luck. Try again.
Ah, oh well, we've got 1 out of 3. Wasn't that great a dagger in its damage. Using an agility skill reduces the cooldown of your next subterfuge. I don't use those anyway. Right. So let's collapse those and see if we get anything from the blacksmith. If we're lucky, we'll get 1 of those axe things. Yeah, there you go. So we've got 1 now. Need another one. 1 more of those and we can put our move on. So... Not bad for 30 minutes. Made a bit of ground there. Let's head toward the story, people. If we get a legendary drop, we'll... Well, the quickest way to there is from the ruins of Rakat Keep in a court. Undiscovered country we're going into here. And we must remember we've got a horse. Also, horses carry across to your other characters, so if you create a new character and you've already unlocked the horse on this character, you immediately get the horse in your other playthrough. I'm saying that. I only realised when I got to Kiovashed, I think. I don't think I tried activating the horse in the opening bit of story, but you certainly get it from pretty much the beginning of the game anyway. How far are we going here? Well, I don't want to go on the horse, actually, because we've got a bit of discovery to do here, so... Also, yeah, I mean, it feels like maybe we don't do that just now, which we won't. But in theory, I could do that, and it'll be available to my sorcerer when I go and play my sorceress. They'll have it straight away. I have noticed, though, because my sorceress had instant access to the horse, I haven't done anywhere near the amount of running around and... collection of things with what I did do was I went to bits of the area in Skos Glen, for example, that we hadn't explored. Kind of spent more time ungraying out bits of the map.
Don't have enough energy.
Found a few of the statues of Lilith as well. They're always going to be called statues of Lilith to me, people, because well, this ornaments of Lilith, something of Lilith. Yeah, we unlocked all of that, really, didn't we? Lovely.
I need more time. Out of energy.
Holy fuck, what the hell hit me there? Woo, level up and ride your pony! Seriously? There's more of them. Hey. Where were we going? Seriously? I don't think this is the place to do this, is it? Well, that's the next one. +5 strength. Which I'm now actually... The last time we were in this go tree, I was like, oh, strength, oh, intelligence. But now that I know that they're giving us great benefit, I'm actually quite looking forward to getting these points. See, there's some intelligence there. Dexterity. It's either that or we do a bit of this side. Dexterity, strength, intelligence. 1.5% resistance to all elements is pretty handy, isn't it? And then we get the more resistance to all elements in life, yeah. More life, more life. There's loads of good stuff in here. I feel like we should keep going with this one because we get up to that armour. So more strength, which is, to remind ourselves, increased resource generation, which is yes, absolutely want that. That's how quickly our purple bar fills up. And increases armour by plus 151 now, because we've got an extra 5 on it. Intelligence is our resistances, was it? Oh no, critical strike chance, which is awesome as well, and increases resistance to all elements by 2.9% at the moment. Critical hit chances, I think critical hit is by default an extra 50% damage of your base damage, and everything you add to that obviously on top can take it way high. So critical hit chance and critical hit are just I mean, now that I understand what they are, I want more of it. Waste of a heal.
need more time.
Woo! Not short of a few fights in this segment, people.
Don't have enough energy. I need more time.
Finally, we are here.
Did Tyrio believe the Haradrim would be a solution?
We want a solution, we are. The world needs protecting.
What do we do now?
Should provide us with the path to the tree. What sort of path? I can't say.
I can say that the time for questions, Nerel, has passed. They must attract our scent. When you're ready, light the incense.
What now?
We wait for the path to appear.
Or have a snooze.
Come on. Wake up. I think it worked.
How long were we out?
I don't know. But I see something.
The serpentine path. I'm glad they see something, because nothing looks different to me. Oh, apart from the giant snake. You can see it too?
This creature. It It's magnificent. I can see myself in the scales, walking on them like a path through the swamp. The serpent is the path.
Serpent? What are you talking about?
You don't see it?
No. Only a cloud of smoke.
Oh.
Follow the serpent with your allies.
Bloody hell. I see the serpent now.
What do the scales show you?
A deer caught in a trap.
What?
Well, that doesn't bode well, does it?
We need to find a way forward.
There's an opening beneath the serpent, just big enough for me. I think it wants me to go through.
Don't be ridiculous.
We must follow the path.
Is this dream snake helping us, or did it corral us here?
Over here!
Oh, I should put a ladder down. Seriously? Dirge of the Mire. Oh, speak to her. Something wrong?
Can you feel it?
Can you
The
feel it?
swamps
Can you
watching us,
feel it?
whispering to us.
It's the incense, playing with our heads. Just an illusion.
He hears us, just as you do, Wanderer.
The old man is full of secrets like our thief, Elias. Birds of a feather. Perhaps that is what we need.
Okay. Follow the serpent with your allies. There's a fair amount of this place that we haven't discovered, isn't there?
I lost sight of the serpent, but I hear it calling to me. Up ahead.
Out of energy.
There it is.
Why do I feel like I can go around in a massive giant circle?
I'm not ready yet.
Is this not where I came down? I feel like this is where we came down in the first place, because yeah, we're coming away from the circle. Yeah. Been here before. Looks like it's wounded.
Through this time. Oh, it's wounded though. Or is it telling us to wound it?
Clever thinking. So, who will stab at it to see if it will move?
Look at that! Look at that! Ruthless, flippant.
How many ruthless Haradrim hang from our branches?
That's the way through. Help me clear those dead trees.
It's a very haunting place, isn't it?
It's barring our path again. Keep a sharp eye out.
Is the serpent doing this?
Forget the snake. Just kill these things before they kill us.
So many come seeking answers. So many fail. Will you die like these souls, with a question still on your lips?
Shut up. Shut up. You aren't real.
An old drunk. The judge of what is real. We are real. And
It's moving.
To get the answers you seek, you must offer payment. A head for knowledge.
not yet. They have another purpose first.
We made it.
I know you heard the voices that time. Who were they?
I don't know. We can't trust anything here, but we need to press on.
Follow the serpent with your allies still.
A path of scales. This is what I saw in the reflections. We're close.
Ah. Cool.
Is that?
The Tree of Whispers.
Happens rarely, but I need my allies.
Why have you come?
We're after a man named Elias.
Elias. Slippery, that one. He owns the tree. It deals in thoughts and insight in exchange for a head. He is the first of us to escape payment.
Will you tell us what you told him? If we can stop him for good, the tree can finally collect.
He sought the way to summon Lilith, but he made another stop on the way. To a place beyond the tree's sight.
That might explain his hardiness. I've damn near lost count of how many times we've killed him.
So that's why Taissa failed so dismally to reclaim his head.
This place Elias stopped at. How can we get there?
Seek a coffin beyond the wrecks. It will take you where you must go. Find out what secrets linger there. For the tree knows not.
Well, blimey. Bit of a riddle. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
If there are wrecks to search, they'll be on the eastern coast. We'll head there now. Meet us when you can.
Abandoned again. We're not too far off another Paragon point. A cold and lifeless shore. Oh, there's a waypoint there though. Might as well discover it while we're here. Tree of Whispers. In case we need to come up, back up this way. I'm surprised we didn't find any others, but anyway. That's where we're off to next. And I think, people, we shall start the next part from here. We've not got that much in our inventory, so... Evade charge on those, and 9% movement speed. It's less than what I've got, isn't it? It's more armor, but less speed. By 1%. And we'll lose all our resistances. You see, I feel like I'm benefiting greatly from the 2 resistances, so I'd rather keep those than just have the armor for the physical. I think the boots we've got on aren't so bad then, for that argument's sake. It's a good pair of boots though. 21% cold resistance on those. But we'd lose a 25% fire resistance, which isn't great. Well, there you are, folks. We have hit the hour mark, I think. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed getting back to my dexterity character, my rogue. And she moves way quicker than the other characters. I've not found a build, my other sorceress and stuff. I've not found a way of getting her super fast yet. Still lugging around the place, but super powerful, right enough. Well, there you are, folks. It has been an honour and a privilege serving for you once again in Diablo 4 on the Xbox Series X, and I shall catch you in the next one, folks. Take it easy. Bye.